There we go. But yeah, that was a okay state of play. Okay, that also reminds me. I discovered something both interesting and kind of annoying when it comes to like to retainers and as far as like sending them out on adventures. Apparently, as far as like assigning them like a class, apparently they cannot be a higher level than you are in that class as well. So say like archer for her, which I wanted her to be. What the heck? Why? Oh, because yeah, because I logged off in here after discovering that. But yeah, whatever thing you assign them to, they can only go to whatever max you're at right now. So, say I wanted her to be like a higher level, I have to have her, like, say, be like a marauder or like a warrior in order for her to actually gain levels. So the max you could go to for Archer was only level 1. Which kind of sucks. I didn't think it was going to be like that. Also, I didn't really realize it was going to be like that until like after I'd sent her out on one. Man. Because I also have to figure out what level she has to be in order to go on the certain field expeditions I want her to go on. So I can get my little minion. Because simply, I just want to have the other little otter, basically, for that. Would it be better just to send her out on, like, gathering stuff? So what am I even doing again? Try that. What was this again? Oh, right. This has to do with the, Ishgard. Oh, and this was the, big 24-man, dungeon raid thing as well. Interesting. God damn, that's 443 just to teleport from here? Bro. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Yeah, I just kind of wish that their level could exceed my own in that category. If it wasn't like a class I was using myself. Yeah, I kind of get why at the same time they did it that way, because it was more meant for you as the player just to hand down your stuff to the retainer after you're done using it. Oh man, gotta see something though, because I want to know what level that the heck. The hell? Okay. What the frick? Okay, field exploration. That is the one I wanted. I'm just trying to see what level they have to be. Because remember, it was 19, 20, 21, and 22? Oh my god. That is ridiculous. Okay, so... level is for... 19. It's level 60? So 60, 61, 65, and 70. Oh. So not for a long ass time then. Interesting. But that kind of sucks though, man. Hold on, what about the other ones? Because it said field, highland, or woodland. I think they were also kind of around the same level. Does that mean they're also supposed to be like level 16, whatnot? Yeah, 60, 61, 65, and 70. Oh my god, that's ridiculous. What would be like the better option than to go for it then for a retainer then? Man. Because they said like, oh yeah, for like the hunter one, it's like, oh, you can get like ingredients easier than when you were to do it yourself. Because I'm assuming the retainer has a better drop rate compared to ours. It's more of a guarantee. Interesting. But yeah, I guess that's something I'll have to kind of work towards in my spare time, I guess. Man. Because otherwise, if I want her to be like a higher level, or at least get to like 60 or whatnot, I would have to go off and do like archer type stuff in my own time to get that class up. Oh, like that is a lot of freaking work if I wanted to have it exactly that way. My god, sir. But yeah, I was just kind of hoping that she would just kind of level up on her own on that one, because I'm like, oh, I got it unlocked. But I didn't realize that it would be also just her getting capped by my level. Because basically, if I say wanted her to start doing stuff like right away and get her as close as possible to like level 60 like right now, to get her up to like 52, I basically just have to go off and make like armor and stuff for her. Cause I think there's also like a level requirement for these, like for the armor and weapons and whatnot. I could be wrong. It could be just a case of like, oh yes, they can just equip it if they're the right class. So basically all the other armor that I was getting, I can't even give it to her. Cause I was collecting archer stuff from the main story quest that we've been doing. Also, I was talking to the wrong person. I'm also in the wrong freaking building. That would do it. So did I? Okay, dude. Couldn't remember if I hit record or not. Audio. Yeah, that sucks though. Because if I wanted her to be an archer, not only would I have to go off and level grind that to get that up and going, then I would also have to wait for her to go off and do her expeditions, which are all freaking 18 hours. Why is it such a long freaking time? The suspected heretic leads to the southwest gate. Eh, right, we were supposed to be following the lab. But I'm trying to decide if going off and level grinding archer would be even worth it anyways. Because I think at that point, then I'll just have to basically store like armor for her elsewhere as I'm going along and weapons. Also, did I go like way too far? I did, because I was supposed to go out the other gate. Well then, I can finish this accidental quest I took on then. Because I did not mean to accept this one. Oh boy, well that is gone and done. There, okay, well it's a different freaking bot this time. Still banned, but it's different. This way. Also, I did see southwestern and I immediately went freaking northwest. Oh. Interesting. Follows it east, you say, sir? Also, yes, we're being extremely sneaky with my freaking behemoths. It's like, yes, definitely so. That is south. Also, if I was to go and do, like, archer, how would that even work anyways? As far as getting myself leveled up. Whatever that mean, I'd have to go do, like, the, various dungeons over and over again. I'll have to look that up, though, to see what is the best, like, leveling up method, I guess, for, new classes. That is not your main class. I wonder if he's meeting somebody here. Hey, where in the heavenly hells are you? I'm freezing my bullocks off here. I'm here, you blundering oaf. Why are you late? Standing on the wall, why else? I have duties to fulfill, you know. Your sole duty is to the... Bloody echo. Lower your voice so they'll hear us in White Room front. Yes, of course. The Temple Knights are... and Snowcloak. This is what you bring to me? We are a new boat. Our comrades in Boulder Downs will use the tunnels of dead before they know what's happened. Nevertheless, if you waste my time again, is that clear? Time to skedaddle, sir. Away we go. In our own very subtle fashion, this is. Again, as subtle as can be. We can get in from the top. Maybe? I think I can. Is this the easy way is the question. Answer, yes, yes it is. Well, did your investigation bear fruit? Aye, sir. We saw some people. Although we didn't get to hear everything, just kind of mumbled words here and there. I see. I shall have the man detained at once. His guilt is plain. Would that you could have heard the words more clearly. Yet the few snatches you were able to make out are nonetheless enlightening. It would seem the heretics are aware of our operation and confident that they can thwart it. The comments and Boulder Downs are key to their plans, which means it is key to our plans that they be rooted out and put to the sword. Hi, sir. I mean, you know what? Just in case, I'm just gonna keep collecting these anyways. We have long suspected that the heretics use a network of secret tunnels to traverse the highlands undetected. Given what you overheard, I fear that the snowcloak may be riddled with such passageways, and that the heretics in Boulder Downs are planning to use them to take our forces unawares. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to happen. A contingent of House Durandare knights are on patrol in the area, and I shall order them to begin searching for the heretics at once. But knowing nothing of our enemy's numbers or readiness, I cannot say for sure that they will be sufficient. Probably not. It would put my mind at ease if you would consent to assist my knights with the search. I know they would take courage from the presence of so storied a warrior. Pray rendezvous with them at Boulder Downs. If Halloween is kind, we may catch these heretics before their plans come to fruition. Show them no mercy, Jin. The lives of our allies are at stake. But yeah, so the last few for them have been essentially annihilated. Dragoon? Not gonna lie, you kind of look like with like this. It looked like a bow for a second as a cut. Interesting. Very interesting, sir. I want to see something before I forget. Okay, you. Way to level. Okay, so essentially, the leveling, daily roulette thing, the frontline alliance rate. But with the armory bonus, which grants a permanent 100% boost for any combat class lower than your highest level job. Interesting. But yeah, it just kind of seems like the daily roulette thing and then like highest level dungeon you can do. interesting. Because what is the lowest level one right now? What is that underneath? That's under here? Here? Because there's that one. Then 15? 10? So it seems not to like level 15 for being the lowest. Huh. Interesting. Wonder how long that would take to actually do then. I mean, I kind of forget it was gonna be something along those lines. Also, where am I going? Rendezvous with the House of oh, right here? Okay, so that is... this way and then south. Huh. Because I wonder if I could then kind of multitask then, I guess. Get myself up a few levels and then also get my retainer up at the same time. I was like, yes, they're a freaking nice guy. Annihilated, bro. Also, yes, complete overkill, which is fine. Nice. Come, Mr. Ottoman, we are away, sir. Also, is it bad that, like, the first, like, now that I see these freaking red rocks again, I think of the pop rocks from, Pratfall? Like, I know, they're not the same thing, but come on. The first thing that freaking popped to my head. Ooh, wait, hold on. Also, I guess doing, we're doing some of the fates as well? Would help? Also, nearly flew over where I was supposed to be going. Also, is it me or did I lose less health doing it that way? My knight sent no word of your coming yet. What has happened? What is that in your hand? Oh, you know, just a little brittle parchment, sir. Discovered the body of a slain heretic. This yellowing document is covered in a complex code of seemingly random letters and numbers. Yeah. Also, do they even have codex ciphers in this world? By the Fury, those were veterans with years of service. And now they lie dead in the snow. Their bodies must be recovered and... No, we have not the men to spare. Not now. Not while Iceheart prepares to summon an abomination. The heretics you dispatched were not of sufficient number. And to contend with the combined strength of the Temple Knights and the Crystal Braves. There must be others, and I'll wager they're on their way to Snowcloak as we speak. To make matters worse, it seems the traitor you followed managed to pass the heretics something of value after all. The parchment you recovered is a timetable of the guardsmen watches at our outpost in Snowcloak. Oh, so attack when it's thinnest, basically. The traitor was stationed there long before he aroused our suspicions. Would that we had caught him sooner. With this information, the heretics would know when the watch was weakest. They could use their tunnels with impunity and prepare their ambush. The timetable has not changed, you see. Of course, it will be changed now, but the heretics may already be in position. House Durandare must send reinforcements, even if it means withdrawing knights from the Stone Vigil. I can see no other way to safeguard the lives of our allies. Interesting. Time's of the essence, Jill. While my knights make ready to depart, the heretics may take our allies in Snowcloak unawares. Superior training and equipment will avail them not if they are cut down ere their swords are drawn. But all is not yet lost. If we leave now, there may be still time to warn them. Make haste, I beseech you. Fly to Snowcloak and tell Sir Emmerich everything that we have discovered. Aye, sir. So why is there a frickin' fate so close to the town that it would count me being in it as I'm going up the goddamn tower? Like, sir? It's a bit odd, don't you think? Hey, we're going to another dungeon, sir. Bomb. Huh. Okay, that's one of our Crystal Braves. Yeah, this is a welcome surprise. Perhaps the only one thus far. As you can see, we have yet to uncover any hidden... yeah, by the way... You have my gratitude. Truth be told, we suspected the heretics might be plotting such an attack. Now that we have confirmation, also, I shall place my knights on high alert. As Commander de Villiers been informed, the Braves must be made aware. Also, why are you here in such a skimpy-ass little outfit, Alphino? You who's always complaining about the goddamn cold? Like, I don't think people will complain if they're like, oh yeah, we're just gonna give Alphino just a coat or something. Because bro has so much freaking exposed skin, it's a wonder he doesn't get freaking frostbite. It must be here. I am certain of it. Why else would they go to such lengths to defend Snowcloak? Just but a pity this discovery comes when our enemy has us at such a disadvantage. Forewarned though we be, the heretics know the terrain far better than we. I do not think how many are watching us at this very moment. Confound it. This is all wrong. Iceheart is scrambling to save her own skins. We should rightly be straining every sea-note to find her. Stop this damnable summoning. I mean, I kind of want to know what freaking Shiva looks like anyways. There she is. What? That was close. They didn't hurt you, did they? Also, did they just confuse him for his sister? Only my pride, Ida. There'll be others nearby. You must see that they are given a similarly warm welcome. Huh. There's been a development, sir. Together with the Temple Knights, we have secured the entrances to some half-dozen tunnels. After spotting the enemy breaking the surface... after spotting the enemy breaking the surface. But that is not all, sir. We think that one of them may be important. Certainly, the heretics near flung themselves upon our swords to defend it. Aha, just as I suspected. Amongst the warren of tunnels lies the entrance to Iceheart's lair. Summon the others. We're going in. A moment, Alphino. The tunnel in question is barely wide enough for 2 men abreast. We cannot see with any certainty where it leads, much less what is waiting for us there. Furthermore, we have no way of knowing how many heretics are still lurking here on the surface. What if they were to converge on this point after we entered the tunnel? For all we know, we could be funneling our forces into a trap. Then they would be like facing an army in 2 fronts. I take your point. If the tunnel is indeed as narrow as you say, greater numbers would be more of a hindrance than help. Should we encounter difficulty, our own allies would become an obstacle to escape. Ahem. A change of plans then. While we rendezvous with Sir Emmerich and keep the heretics at bay here, you will go wherever that tunnel leads. If you find Iceheart at the end of it, do not let her escape. You venture into the unknown, so see to it that you are prepared for anything. I suggest you call upon your allies, though not too many, or Papalmo will sulk. Dungeon time, sir. Yeah, am I crazy that they said there she is? Did I imagine that? I don't know. The entrance to the tunnels here? Wow, it's just over here. Had we not seen the heretics breaking the surface, we would have never noticed it. Per Sir Emmerich's orders, we will stand guard outside. Please be aware that even should you encounter significant resistance, we cannot leave our post. Time to go in. Interesting. Oh, we even get more of these things again. The elegant tombstone of poetics. Actually, hold on. Before we go any further, that was a thing we had to spend in Mortona. I want to check something quickly. Let's see, because if I remember correctly, yeah, there should be some traders up here that we can talk to. Ooh, that's cool. It's a gladiator outfit almost. Script change, collectible appraiser, no. Who did we need to talk to again? Is it this one? Token exchange? Not that. Tombstones of Poetics. Primal Gear. Weave Shield. Mirror of the War. Okay, so not this one. Probably you then? Right? Okay, so yeah, this is the correct thing, please. Can we get regions, miscellany, unidentifiable ore? Because I have 902? Interesting. Did she have any... Cause that was... Okay, that's just armor. Oh, can also get... Oh my god. I can eat freaking minions. Huh. They're all like 3? I mean, sure, why not? Hmm. Do I not get anything for... It's just more armor. Can I exchange for like a weapon? Maybe not. Get prisms from you. Artisan tools, artisan gear, super tools. What the hell? Hmm. Okay, apparently he does not want to deal with me. Well, what the frick, sir? Why don't you want to deal with me? Unless I gotta go do his buddy's quest or something. Oh. Interesting. Antique helm? Huh. So I thought I could go exchange my little token things for like, weapons? The hell? Interesting. But yeah, kind of sucks that it's only on like defense gear then. So how much that even cost for myself? So 345, 510. 345 again. 510 again and 345 again. Oh lordy. How much even is that? So I need 2,055 just for a full set of armor? That is ridiculous. Also, speaking of armor, did I get the rest of that other armor set? What's the one I'm after? Knocked, right? So I got the arms. I got Got the legs. Got the feet. It's got the feet, got this, so feet, legs, hands, head. There isn't really anything for main hand yet, but we do have the headpiece. Interesting. Huh. Very weird, sir. But yeah, not exactly what I was hoping for. That was not the button I was thinking of. What is the button? That was just you. Oh my god, that was fucking quick. That was crazy. What the frick? Ugh. But yeah, I was not expecting it to be just that quick. Usually it's like a couple of minutes. So we got a bard, a monk, a scholar. Bam. That's not what I wanted. Bam. That's her. There we go. Nice one. Why, sir? Why would you dive in, sir, like an idiot? Bam. Bum, bum. Hey, I can't. Why? Yes, you so fucking dumb. Get over here, sir. Let me attack. Okay, I was pushing buttons, but nothing was fucking happening. Nope. Thank you. Ready? You just gotta make sure. Maybe you just freaking storm resisted me. My brother. Why the big wreck? Why do bosses have to be like this, man? Nice. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Bitch. Nice. Nobody. Bam. Nice. Frostbite. What the frick? Also, brothers, fucking running off on your own. God, why do you kids people like this, man? Oh my god, like, bro. Nope, that's nothing. Fantastic. You love to see it. And why? I will fuck it up, that is fine. Oh my god. What the? Oh fuck. Okay. Fuck. Okay, hold on. Nice. Oh, fuck. Take it back. I tried to get back here. did not succeed, sir. Oh my god. Okay, bam. Oh my god, brother! Why? And if you don't see like all of your team is with you, why move on, bro? I don't know. It baffles the mind, sir. Baffles, bowels, freaking all of it, sir. But also kind of seems like they're not. This is like they're not first playthrough. Yeah, hold on. That bro. Trying to just gather all of them to here. Okay, and there's another one. Hi. Can you select him? Thank you. Nice. They didn't really seem to do much. Didn't even get them for freaking spell before we just absolutely freaking slaughtered them. Oh boy. Ooh. Hey, he seems cool. It's like a fucking Ice Wolf version of Fenrir. Oh, never mind, it is freaking Fenrir. I was wrong, too. Completely wrong, sir. That's even a storm. What the fuck is this? Oh, lordy. he doing? Okay, hold on high. Oh my god, bro. I got cockblocked by him. He passed it. Can I get unfrozen? I'm angry. Fair enough, sir. I've no desire. Yeah, that figures. Of course, he just freaking follows it. Why don't you even try anyways? He's like, you know he's gonna be like full resistant anyways, so it's like, you know. Who? What had you, sir? I didn't even know that was freaking possible. Nope, not this time. Okay, I get it. Go behind the Nongoli one. Fantastic, sir. Nice. Hell yeah. Nice, got 35 elegant things. Also 70. Also, they're all gone before I can even recommend them again. Not my fault, I swear. But bro.
The tales do not do you justice, warrior of light.
Yeah, we finally meet Iceheart. Is she wanted to summon Shiva?
Yes, I know who you are, and you know who I am.
Mm-hmm. Well, not your proper name anyways.
I was given the name Izel, but I earned the name Iceheart.
I mean, Izel's still kind of a nice name, though.
This endless cycle of hatred, of bloodshed, of sorrow. You would see it continue, O noble warrior of light. I would not. I will not. I will bring an end to this war between dragon and man, no matter the cost.
Okay, I mean, you plan on summoning Shiva. Does that mean you're wiping out just one side or the other, or both?
In time, you will come to understand that what we do for the greater good.
Do you?
For Eorzea, for Hydaelyn.
Interesting. Also, she kind of reminds me of the lady from Final Fantasy 16. Or maybe the lady from Final Fantasy 16 was based off of her? Because she was also the person for Shiva. I want to say Julia, but that doesn't sound right. Although it might be right, who knows? That took longer than expected. What news, Jen? Well, I met Iceheart. So, the Iceheart He's but a pseudonym? Not that it matters. I mean, we kind of figured anyways. That you managed to escape is regrettable, but from your description of that beast, you did well to come as close as you did. In any case, now that you have cleared a path, the Temple Knights can begin to survey the tunnels in earnest. And mayhap they will even find a road past that ice wall. Wouldn't that do wonders for their fight against the heretics? The Crystal Braves would certainly share their credit for it too. 12 be praised, Jin. We may not yet turn the situation. We may yet turn the situation to our advantage. Assuming we can stop Iceheart before she summons Shiva, of course. Needless to say, our fellow Scions have not been idle. Minfilia and Uringer have been busy perusing the archives of House Fortin, gathering what information they can on Shiva. Which reminds me, if you were intending to trudge back to Camp Dragonhead to report on the day's events, don't. The incident should be here any minute. I can only assume some people enjoy subjugating themselves to this cult. Again, fucking dress for the occasion. Ken. Bro. Like, my outfit, 100% situated for the environment. You, not so much. Again, sir, it's just self-inflicted at this point. See, at least she has the right fucking outfit on. Cause it's like, if you're at least sending a character off to the cult, at least give them like the alternative outfit for the area. Yeah, Dissident, you came straight from the archives of House Fortin. I trust your time there proved fruitful. Would that it had. Ernger and I scoured countless texts, but what we found was of questionable veracity. Accounts of Shiva's life and deeds are sparse and contradictory, only agreeing upon one point. She lay down with a dragon, the gravest of all sins, according to the Ishgardian faith. Yet in the eyes of Iceheart's followers, this was a holy act, the blessed union of man and dragon. How such a thing could even be possible is quite another question. Suffice it to say, I very much doubt that we would find a useful answer in the archives of House Fortin. I wonder if that's if that's the race of the Aura then? Because they kind of look like they're half man, half dragon. Wonder if that's actually part of their race's lore or not. Much knowledge has been lost over the centuries, though in this case, one wonders if it is by circumstance or design. You said that Iceheart took a moment to plead her case prior to escaping, did you not? Aye? Viewed without prejudice, most would agree that bringing an end to an endless war serves the greater good. I think Sir Amaric might take issue with her methods, though. Not to mention, she didn't exactly say what she was doing, though, or how she would go about ending it. Besides summoning Shiva. I do not care if a few stragglers manage to escape. Until the sappers confirm that a tunnel is safe, the men are not to search it. Yes, Lord Commander. You pursue your foes with less zeal than I expected, Sir Amaric. Lest you misunderstand, I do not deny that our enemy has given us good reason to be prudent. I merely meant, you being a man of faith, that I had expected a certain single-mindedness. After all, was it not by the will of Helene that your ancestors came to this land? Why they took up arms against the Dravanians? What would they have done in your position, I wonder? There are those who believe that faith is a renunciation of free will, that unquestioning devotion is required of all those who would live a life in service to the Fury. Such righteous fervor may well serve a knight on the front line, less so to a leader of men. We are all at liberty to interpret the scriptures as we will. I choose to believe that the Fury would value the lives of her followers over the deaths of her enemies. But I would not presume to speak for the Knights of Eld. It was a different time, nay, a different era. The scripture tells us only so much. What did it tell us more? Interesting. The man is awfully pragmatic for a servant of the Holy See. I'll help him trade at the negotiating table, to be sure. Less so when one's enemies are making ready to harness the power of a god. Perhaps he does not truly believe that Iceheart's plan can succeed. Truth be told, I too remain somewhat skeptical. Shiva was real, a living, breathing woman. Of that there is no doubt. In this respect, she differs from every other figure to have been summoned, each of whom was worshipped as a god. The sole exception being Good King Muggle Mog the 12th, the myth made manifest in response to the fervent supplications of the Muggles Guard. Well, Saint Shiva may differ, but what of the heretics? They are a tribe of outcasts at war with a mighty nation, who yearn for the resurrection of the one who embodies their beliefs. If that is not placing one's faith in a higher power, then what is? Crystals and conviction, Minfilia. They have them both in abundance. Yeah. So it could be just like the good King Moogle, then. Can that truly be all that is required? I mean, if they're able to summon Shiva, then yeah, that is all that was required then. My survey team has concluded a preliminary analysis of the Aetherite Iceheart used to escape. They believe that she teleported to another Aetherite, somewhere not far to the west. Despite the apparent proximity of the second Aetherite, however, they have been wholly unable to detect its presence directly. Unless Iceheart has some means to mask its signal, I can only assume that she had it destroyed to prevent us from following her. Huh. I mean, smart. Without the means to teleport as she did, we have no choice but to search for an alternate route. Most likely a tunnel, assuming one exists. Let's not give up on teleportation just yet. One of our colleagues in Charlene may be able to assist us. I pray that you're right. I do not think how long it will take us to survey the entire tunnel system. Well, if they have as many tunnels as you're saying, sir, that'd be a very long time. Yeah, well, Philia looks for a theory problem. Looks into a theory problem. I'd like to request your assistance with another matter. The third unit is currently tracking the remnants of the heretic force which attacked us. However, the search goes poorly despite our numbers. This is vast, and Iceheart's followers know the terrain far better than we. Your knowledge of this region may serve to hasten the progress. The sooner we capture Iceheart's followers, the sooner we can press them for their leader's whereabouts. Also, though it is admittedly a selfish request, I feel that my braves would benefit immensely from working alongside you. While we have our share of veterans, we also have more than a few less experienced recruits, many of whom look up to you. In case you were not aware, oh no, I've been made very aware of that. Good. I knew you'd understand. You Hase can apprise you of the details. When the task is complete, come and find me at the observatorium. Captain Ilbard and I are meeting there to discuss the latest developments in his investigation. The Temple Knights shall hold Snowcloak in our absence. Let us leave them to their work. Ours is more pressing. And again, put some thick clothes on. Heck, bruh. Also, hello, you Hase. There you are, Jin. Commander Lavelli instructed me to wait for you. Your assistance is most welcome, believe me. Most of the third hail from Ulda, and for a man accustomed to the feel of sand beneath his boots, the crunch of snow can be rather disconcerting. Yeah, not to mention the temp is like the exact opposite. But to the matter at hand. A nary a moment ago, I received word that the heretics we seek have been spotted making for Denifin Pass. My braves are already in pursuit, and I should be grateful if you would join them. I myself shall be taking part in the hunt. Never let it be said that I do not earn my coin. Yeah, also good luck fucking running down on foot there, sir. You and your goddamn little lava legs. Oh, lordy. Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum. Hello, sir. Sal's balls, my ankle's on fire. Caught my boot on a rock or something and twisted as it fell. Oh? Maybe the little chinchillas here make holes in the ground. The others went on ahead through Danifin Pass. Hurry and you might catch up. If you aren't sure where to go, look for tracks. The snow is fresh, so they shouldn't be hard to find. Oh, let's see. Am I tracking? Wait, hold on. Am I actually tracking here? Or am I just... Oh, I'm looking for that. Never mind. I'll forgive, sir. I thought it was going to make me look for tracks like I did for one of the other quests we did before. That's what I thought was going to happen. But apparently not. Back to these formations again, eh? Or maybe we search for snow when we get here? Ah, that's the case. Southeast, you see, sir. I don't want to attract their attention. You were left behind the ship? Scion, what are you doing here? The heretics? I'm not sure. There's a great skilled beast in... Yuju Hase? I think he went east on his own. The heretics split up too, so did we. East, you say, sir? Ah, there you say, sir. Oh, there's just fucking Yuju Hase, sir. Yeah, I'm thinking, he's got freaking winded. Yeah, not quite winded, sir. Hello, sir. How embarrassing. I was so intent on following the heretics' tracks that I almost failed to notice that they had doubled back. Almost, mind you. One tried to sneak up behind me and got a knife in the gut for his troubles. I mean, to be fair, you are the right height, sir, for stabbing in the gut. I thought myself alone, so I started searching the dead man's knapsack for anything of interest. And lo and behold, before his friends found me, I came upon this. What did you find? Withdraw in groups of 3 or less into the observatorium. Give the signal and wait. The merchant will be waiting, be late and be left for dead. Speaks for itself, does it not? It can't possibly mean to rendezvous inside the place. So we should restrict our search to the surrounding areas. Let me rephrase that. You should restrict your search to the wilderness around the observatorium. I'll need more than a moment's rest to recover from these wounds. Fair. Interesting. Where am I going? Oh, I'm over here. Suspicious you say, sir. I am through with listening to your excuses. We leave now. How? There was a crowd with those blue coats, and the knights are searching every wagon that passes through the gates. Oh, gentlemen. Well, stay with him then, if you think you will fare any better. Now, there's no need for that. Shite. There are places like this in my homeland. The sacred snow-capped peaks where blood must not be shed. Yugiri? Yet your lands ever thirst for the blood of the fallen, and by your deeds it has drunk deep. No, I have done no wrong. None but meet in secret with heretics. Deny it all you will. We shall have the truth from you yet. Inquisitors are not the only ones skilled in the art of interrogation. Damn it all. Also, not gonna lie, I thought he had escaped. But I guess Yugiri brought him back. Fancy meeting you here, Jin. I presume your work with the third brought you hither. What a tangled the web. Lest your wonder became not for the heretics, but for the merchant who has been conspiring with them. He came to our attention during the course of our investigation into the Ivy. It bears belief, I know, but it seems our favored Garlean spy may have been providing assistance to Iceheart. Were it not for the efforts of Lady Yugiri and her shinobi, we might never have discovered this connection. Master Alphino is too kind. I fear my people and I have done little to aid your search for the spy. We long to strike back against the Empire and weaken their influence in this land, to prevent the tragedy which befell Domo from reoccurring. The days ahead and the work they promise will require a very particular set of skills which I am fortunate enough to possess. If you will allow it, I will accompany you until the investigation is complete. That is a most generous offer, Lady Yugiri, and one which I gladly accept. Thank you. Though I may disappear for a time, note that I shall never be far and always shall be watching. A comforting thought. Come, Jin. Let us wait inside for Captain Ilbard to return and deliver his report. But yeah, I was not expecting her to just show up here. I mean, it's a welcome sight, but I also was not expecting it. Okay. I doubt that the merchant in question even gave up that much, if anything at all. Captain Ilbert seems confident that the merchant's resolve would swiftly crumble when pressed. If so, we should have new information ere long. As to whether it will bring us any closer to learning the Ivy's secret, I would rather not say. Given our adversary's cunning, I shall consider us fortunate if we are spared another wild dodo chase. And also make sure that this one does not die this time before we can actually get information out of him. The gods know we have more than enough to occupy our time as it is. Lazy. Hey, there we go. There's the chest piece that I bonked. Hey, speak of the devil, there he is, Captain Ilbard. Captain Ilbard, your report, if you will. Aye, Commander. Firstly, with regard to the heretic we captured, I regret to say that the man could tell us not that we did not already know of Shiva. We have since handed him over to the Ishgardian authorities. Henceforth, the Holy See will pursue the matter independently. That may or may not come to fruition at all, considering the freaking Asians are with the Holy See right now. Our inquiries concerning the Ivy, however, have proven more fruitful. We've ascertained the channel by which the heretics acquired their information on the shipment routes. Go on. You will recall the flame we first identified as being in the Ivy's employ. From him, we were able to trace a trail of conspirators, each taking us closer to his master. Alas, the trail came to an abrupt end. Fearing that the investigation had been compromised, we took the necessary step of detaining all suspected of conspiracy. There were 5 on our list, including a flame stationed at Revenant's Toll. The man's primary duty was to keep an inventory of donations from abroad, the particulars of which he would share with benefactors, thereby ensuring that needs did not go unfulfilled. By virtue of his role, he was privy to the detail of all shipments bound for the settlement. Needless to say, that included those originating from House Fortal. He knew the precise route the caravan would take, and he sold that information to our merchant. I think I can guess which one. None other. With a little encouragement, he soon confessed to knowingly aiding and abetting the heretics. Well, that is one mystery solved at least, but what of the Ivy? Are we any closer to prizing off his mask? Although I think that's supposed to be prying off his mask. I dare say we are, Commander. Our relentless pursuit has forced him to commit a grave error. In a desperate bid to cover his tracks, the Ivy resorted to exercising certain administrative powers available only to high-ranking members of the Immortal Flames. Oh. If you consider then that our investigation is known to barely a handful of them, the field of suspects is greatly narrowed. You mean to say that the agent is among Raban's innermost circle? Someone who has been with him since the Immortal Flames establishment. This is the most plausible explanation. The infiltration likely occurred during the company's founding, with the groundwork for the act being laid beforehand. To slip into a position of authority unremarked, and remain above suspicion all these years. I too was surprised, though really should not have been. Of the 3 grand companies, Ultaz was ever the more vulnerable to infiltration. Both Limsa and Gridania have had long-standing armed forces that lent themselves well to the formation of the Maelstrom and the Order of the Twin Adder. To all intents and purposes, it was the same people, loyal ones, mind, under the same leadership, only the band was different. Not so at the Flames. Uldaz's military was made up of disparate orders. Most of which were glorified mercenary companies that answered only to their own paymasters. Hardly an ideal environment in which to establish something as high-minded as a grand company. The difficulties Raban faced when founding the Immortal Flames are well known, even after he had convinced his fellow syndicate members to share the cost. There remained the small matter of finding enough bodies to fill the ranks. Indeed, given the pressing nature of the Imperial threat, that meant recruiting every passing sellsword. Amidst the chaos of its founding, would have been child's play to infiltrate the company. A good deal easier than now, aye. The Immortal Flames have ever been caught between conflicting interests, the public and the private. Though the monetarists ultimately agreed to supporting the organization's founding, it was not out of charity that they did so, but simple self-preservation. Had Nail Van Darnus's ambitions been any less apocalyptic, you may be sure that they would have never risked supplying Raban with an army. Just but a wonder that they did not attempt to extinguish the flames the moment the danger had passed. Returning to the present. Even as we speak, our Doman allies are shadowing several high-ranking flames, any of whom could be the Ivy. Desiring to deal a blow against the Empire, the refugees were eager to lend us their aid. I expect to hear from them ere long. Very good. Pray continue your investigation with the first. Meanwhile, have the second attempt to the unrest, or attend to the unrest. The third can join with the fourth in inspecting crystal shipments. If they notice anything unusual, I want to know about it. If Shiva's summoned in the like manner to the other primals, the heretics will be looking for further supplies. Understood, Commander. I shall send word to Sir Emmerich, informing him of our success in identifying the heretics' abettors. Hopefully, the information will be of some use to the Ishgardians. It's time, Commander. Yes, I'm aware. An emergency council of the Alliance leadership has been called. There have been developments in Garlemald, it would seem. Oh, does that mean the War of Succession is over there? As commander of the Crystal Braves, my presence has been requested. What have you coming, Jin? As the realm's stoutest champion, 'tis only meet that you be present for the discussion. Oh, and the antecedent has already given her consent, lest you worry. To be fair, I don't think anybody's going to complain at this point if I just showed up at the meeting. They'd be like, oh, just use it, that's fine. Like me, you were doubtless eager to conclude our business with Iceheart. But until another path to her sanctum is found, she will remain beyond our reach. Minfilia and the Archons are sparing no effort to secure an alternate route. Until such time as they succeed, I suggest we give some thought to the realm's other problems. I shall go on ahead to Gridania in readiness for the coming council. Meet me at Navika's altar, and we shall make our way to the Lotus Stand together. Iteration. Off to Gridania then. So, out of curiosity, cause I want to see. The heck is it? I don't know how many, there we go. How many quests I have left before Heaven's Word? What is this one called? Tendrils of Intrigue. We're in patch 2.4. There's supposed to be like 18 quests for this one. It's called Tendrils of Intrigue. I feel like I'm blind. And look, there's Tendrils of Intrigue. Okay, so we got this one. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 left in this one. Then another 8. Then another 16. That's like what? 17 plus another 16, which is like what? 33? 33 more quests? God damn. We're getting there though. Slowly but surely. Why, thanks for coming. When you're ready, speak with the conjurer yonder. She will show us to the lotus stand. As per frickin' usual. Now, hopefully, there is nice voice acting in this again.
Change has come to the Garlean Empire, and we must discuss the implications.
The rumors are true, then? The War of Succession is ended?
The question is, who won?
It is. A new emperor reigns in Garlemald.
Who?
Well, don't keep us in suspense here.
The birth and all too rapid expansion of the Garlean Empire is commonly attributed to the strategic brilliance of Solus Zosgalvis, yet he did not rule alone. Several members of the royal household also distinguished themselves during his reign. Nevertheless, it was the eldest son who stood to inherit the throne, until his most untimely passing.
Sounds to me that he was murdered.
I thought us fortunate when I learned that the Emperor had died without naming a successor.
Also cool as frickin' arbiter, sir.
Would that the Garlean Empire had died with him.
So who the heck is this? Is this the new emperor?
'Twas the grandson and his uncle who had the strongest claims, was it not?
Indeed, yet claims count for little without the power to assert them. High Legatus Varus Ye Galvus is a respected military leader. Not so his uncle.
Huh.
So young Varus has torn the crown from his uncle's grasp and taken his place at the head of the Empire.
Given the troubled nature of his succession, the new emperor will require time to seal his grip on power. Yet have no doubt but that he shall, for there are none left with strength enough to oppose him.
So in other words, they are going to be attacking us again soon?
Since the success of Operation Archon, the remnants of the 14th Legion and the forces occupying Alamigo have done naught but fortify their positions. But you can be sure they'll be ready to march on us again, if their Emperor gives the word.
When, not if. They say this Varus was so set upon Eorzean annexation that he spoke out against the Meteor Project.
Plainly, the new emperor's intentions are of great concern to us all. I propose that we set aside the Cartno dispute for the present, and discuss what measures the Alliance might take to prepare for a resumption of hostilities with Garlemald.
I mean, can we afford to set the freaking Cardinal thing off to the side? What with
Moreover,
freaking mega weapon
I move that we
being the lurch?
re-examine the question of how our former allies in Ishgard might be persuaded to retake their place at our side. Could Eorzea but stand as one, 'Twould deal a grave blow to our enemy's ambitions.
Well, I suppose we should be grateful that they have finally acknowledged the inevitability of Imperial attack. Who knows? They may even do something about it.
I mean, isn't that the
If
hope?
only the leaders of Ishgard would follow their example and stop hiding behind their gates, praying for the coming storm to pass them by. But that is a discussion for another time. At present, I am more concerned by the fact that the Alliance's mooted preparations will be made known to the Garleans many moons before their coming.
Yeah.
So long as the Ivy eludes our grasp, no secret is safe.
Interesting. Very interesting, sir. Hey, before I do anything else, I need to grab water. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. That took a lot longer than expected. Brother. I will not have skipped your notice that the nations of Yorza are no near to being of one purpose, despite their protestations to the contrary. Plainly, the threat of a resurgent Galimald is not enough to stir them. The reason for this? Deep-rooted mistrust among the citizenry. The nation's leaders can come to all understandings they like, but their unity means little unless to the common folk. Take Lemonson's, for instance. Though Admiral Merlin outlawed piracy over a decade ago, foreigners still picture the nation as a haven for grog-swilling, wooden-legged cutthroats. And likewise, the Grenadians are marked as hermits who talk to trees. The old Dons cornered as swindlers who worship coin. Not that such sentiments are entirely without grounds, of course. Take that pillar of Eldan society, the Legi Aldegi, for example. But that is beside the point. The fact that is the people are wary of outsiders, whether they have cause to be or not. On that basis, one could argue that the conflict at Cardano is a necessary evil. Each nation has its own warmongering faction that advocates the acquisition of Omega. In order to placate them, we present them something resembling warfare, and thereby curb their appetite for full-scale conflict. But enough idle musing. Let us speak of a more pressing matter, the Ivy. Since we spoke at the observatorium, Captain Ilbert has further shortened his list of suspects. By happy coincidence, the one he deems the most likely candidate is lately come to Gridania. The hunt nears its end, Jin. All that remains is to corner a quarry. Seek out Ilbert near the Adder's Nest. He'll give you the particulars. Should there be any developments in Corthus, you may be sure that I will send word without delay. In the meantime, I wish you success in apprehending the Ivy. Interesting. Hey. My thanks for coming, Scion. Doubtless the commander has informed you, but we have unmasked the Ivy. From this point on, we must proceed with extreme caution. Perfect. Which means I can... sir? There we go. Nice. Finally got ourselves a new outfit, and I can also get the last of this one. Again, still trying to prepare for the retainer. I also get triple cream coffee, sir. Interesting. Piety, vitality, and determination. Also an XP bonus, 3%, duration 30 minutes. Listen well, the spy we've been seeking all this time is none other than Flame Marshal Eleni Royale? Rabban's second in command. Damn, okay, all the that freaking far of the chain, let's huh. Yeah, she was also at the meeting as well, but that also kind of explains why she's been privy to so much information, or at least the Ivy. Prior to joining the Immortal Flame, she was a mercenary of no small renown. They say her skill with the polearm had to be seen to be believed. After scarring birth, She's the highest ranked foreigner in the Immortal Flames, barring the Flame General himself, of course. When he formed the Grand Company, Raban chose people based on their worth. Whence they hailed was of no interest. The Monetaires saw things differently, however. Having funded the enterprise, they reserved the right to reject candidates nominated for high-ranking positions. It was no secret that they did not favor foreigners, its guardians especially, after the way the Holy See forsook the Alliance. Yet the Monetaires did not raise so much as a murmur of protest when Rael was appointed to her post. Passing strange, is it not? Could it be that the Ivy has some hold over the Monetaires? She is cautious, but these revelations are secondary to her current mission. Of foremost interest to us is Rael's presence here now. As you may be aware, it is the duty of the Flame Marshal to command the Immortal Flames in the absence of the Flame General. While Raban attended the Council of Alliance Leaders, she should have remained in the Hall of Flames. The woman has no business being in Gridania, yet here she is nonetheless. On some pretense. She's up to something, mark my words. Even as we speak, I have a dozen men trawling the Flames records for evidence of Rael's guilt. But if we catch her red-handed, we shall have all the proof we need. Which brings me to the plan. I have people watching the city gates, their ship landing, and the docks, every point of egress. She cannot leave without our knowledge. All that remains is to shout at her until she betrays her true purpose. Can I rely upon your eyes, Scion? You have my thanks. Let us go then, and take care not to alert our quarry. Interesting. Rael is headed in the direction of the Blue Badger Gate, with me, Zion. And off and running he goes again. So she means to take an airship? So, Rael has entered the Carline Canopy, meeting someone perchance? Or could it be she means to board an airship? Pray look for her within. If she's not on the upper floor, try the landing area below. One of mine is stationed there, and she may have seen something. FME is her name. I shall remain here in case Rael reappears. Okay, I think that's supposed to be down below me. Also, would you not see FME here? She is wearing a big old blue coat. Jin Salabam, it's such an unexpected pleasure. What brings you here? Ahem, a social visit, you say? How pleasant. No, she didn't come this way. I've noted every passenger and none bore any resemblance. I'll don't let me keep you. Unless she has a way of disguising herself? Also, wouldn't we have noticed her, like, in here? Interesting. Nor to be seen, you say? And you were sure she did not board an airship? She did not come back out either. Where in the Seven Hells could she have gone? Ah, the ruse. How could I forget? Greetings, good sir. Might I interest you in some, Muntoy tonic? A cup of tea imbues a man with great vigor. If you take my meaning. Not now, sir. Perhaps another time, friend. Wait. That necklace. You're Shinobi of Doma. The woman you seek has left Gridania by way of West Shore Pier. She was attired as a merchant, but these eyes are not so easily deceived. You may wish to take your search to the East Shroud. Rest assured that we shall continue to support you from the shadows. Interesting. Thank the 12 of the Domans. Were it not for their unique talents, Royale would have disappeared without a trace. Hell yeah! Also, give me this. Interesting. Our hunt leads us to the East Shroud Zone. I suggest we follow Rael's example and take the ferry from the West Shore Pier. You'll doubtless wish to make certain preparations. See to them while I go on ahead. I shall wait for you at the Sweet Bloom Pier. Where is the Sweet Bloom Pier? Where is my pier? To here, sir. What? What am I out here? I mean, honestly, this is gonna be the freaking easier option anyways. Still trying to breeze through the forest that way. I can just go this way. Make my level way freaking easier. This way, my friends. You hear? You're here again. Your quarry makes for the Hawthorne Hut. If Hoyerly is truly the one we seek, we can expect that she means to make contact with her Garlean masters there. I mean, they have been spotted there before. An explanation is in order. You're no doubt aware that the Garleans have their own method of communicating over great distances. Well, our ingenious friends at Garland Ironworks have provided us with devices which disrupt these communications. We've installed them around the city-states. In doing so, we've made it difficult for Imperial agents to correspond with their masters. Rael would have thus no choice but to rendezvous with her Imperial contact directly. Yet, as a well-known face in Immortal Flame, she cannot move about Fanland without being recognized. It would only be a matter of time before someone saw through her disguise. It's for this reason, I believe, that she has chosen the Black Shroud for her clandestine meeting. The Elizin are a common sight here, and her comings and goings are not like to turn any heads. As my scouts tell it, the Garleans have sent agents with a mind to destroy the devices which and under such direct contact unnecessary. Fortunately, our shinobi have thus far been successful in rebuffing their efforts. This is it. We need only make for Hawthorne's hut and catch Rael in the act. And basically back to where I was before. Ain't wasting. Ba-da-bum-bum. Well, at least we're getting closer. Did I go to... Oh, let me go over here. I thought I had to go directly into there. Never mind. My people report that our quarry is departed for the Bramble Patch. The Ivy returns to the gnarls whence she came. But perhaps it's all for the better. To convict someone of her standing, we will require damning evidence against her. Huh, what could be better than to catch her in the act when she meets with her Garlean masters? My countryman and I shall lie in wait in the shadows. Tread warily, my friends. Okay. But yeah, I kind of seem to do that a lot where I just kind of fly over where I need to be going. Purely by accident, mind you. Just beyond, Royale was in conversation with an individual clad in the manner of an adventurer. An imperial intermediary, no doubt. This is it? With me? Flame Marshal Elene Royale, you are under arrest for treason and espionage. You were fouled, you bloody fool. Yeah, where do you think you're going, sir? Damnation. Yeah, it's kind of best you give up there, lady. No doubt she's strong, though. You are unarmed, my lady, and scarcely guard for battle. But if you wish to fight, you are welcome to try. What is the meaning of this, Captain? You would arrest me for strolling in the Twelveswood? When last I looked, that was no crime. And neither was conversing with passing strangers. You would feign ignorance, then. Very well. If you do not think of something to say, there will be plenty of time to say it later. Now, come quietly, or I shall make you wish you had. I will offer you no struggle. After all, I have naught to hide. Okay, what was that look for? She probably thinks she can still frickin' weasel her way out of this one. Not exactly sure how, but maybe she still has friends in the monitors that will help her out. Even a warrior of Rael's renown could not have hoped to escape by force. Despite her claims, her surrender does not bespeak innocence, and an awareness that her position is untenable. With the Ivy thus uprooted, it is to be hoped that the tendrils she entwined around the immortal flames will gradually wither and die. Mayhap then the people of Ul'dah will have the grand company they deserve. But let us speak of the present. And if I may ask, what will you do now? Probably back to frickin' Karthus. So, decide and seek a way into Iceheart's sanctum. Then I dare say you are eager to return to the Rising Stones. Pray do not let me keep you. Fear not, my countrymen and I shall tend to the aftermath. You need not waste your talents here. And speaking of talents, have you considered training in the art of the shinobi? You have the aptitude for it, I believe. So, please, give it some thought. Till next time, my friend. Interesting. Maximum and Philia and the others. Mm-hmm. The heck? Quizzicatal? Gambler? Oh, let's get that from the, I'll think of it. The Golden Saucer. No, thank you. Why do people always insist on standing, like, right in front of it? Like, bro. Other people are trying to get around you, sir. That's why he stopped like a small ways back. I'm in Philia. Welcome back, Jim. I understand that Delphino had a task for you. May I ask what it was? Oh, you know, just hunting down Ivy. Charges of treason and espionage against the LNA Royale? I can scarce believe it. Could there not have been some manner of misunderstanding? No, it avails us not to dwell on it. Whatever the truth may be, we must trust to the authorities to uncover it. And to speak of another matter, I'm pleased to report that we have made progress in our efforts to find a way into Iceheart's sanctum. Interesting, so we'll probably end up facing Shiva yet then. As you may recall, Iceheart used the Aetherite in the depths of Snowcloak to teleport a short distance to the west. Most likely to a sanctuary of some description. It is there that we suspect that she means to summon Shiva using the crystal she stole from the House Photon caravan. The heretics believe that they are bringing about the second coming of their patron saint. But if, as we suspect, they mean to hold a summoning ritual of the kind employed by the beast tribes, it seems likely that the result will be something more akin to a primal. Suffice it to say, they must be stopped, and stop them we shall. But first, we must surmount the obstacle that Iceheart has placed in our path. Ordinarily, it would be a simple matter to tap into the established Ethernet and thereby follow her quarry. However, despite our best efforts, we have been unable to ascertain the position of the Aetherite to which she teleported. Our prevailing theory is that she destroyed the second Aetherite upon arrival. A reckless, desperate measure, but also an effective one. After discussing the matter at length with the Erringer, we have concluded that we lack the experience or expertise to develop a solution. Which is why we have called upon the aid of one who does possess such expertise, a colleague of ours who is currently en route to Revenant's Toll from Charlene. Or Charlian, I guess it'd be more apt. As you should be arriving within the hour, in fact. Since you are here, mayhap we could welcome her together. I'm certain she would appreciate the gesture. Let us make our way to the northern gates and await her coming. I always love the fact that the characters, whenever they're done talking to you, just disappear into the freaking abyss. Man, if only we could just do that. Just and teleport to our next location. As I say, summer here is my thing. There it is. Again, he big boy. He just didn't freaking wait sometimes. What does this lady look like? Okay, yeah, definitely gotta be her. Huh. I mean, she's cool looking.
Minfilia, am I right?
None other. I bid you welcome to Revenant's Toll, and thank you for traveling so far on such short notice.
As if I could ever say no to Urianger.
Moonbreeder is an accomplished Sharlayan scholar, and an authority on aetherite technologies.
Interesting.
She has played an invaluable role in our search for a means to capture Ascian souls.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Interesting. I say certain aspects that kind of reminded me of the lady we're pursuing, Iceheart. Let us return to the Rising Stones at once then. We have much to discuss. Again, not fair. Dum-ba-da-dum-bum. I was kind of glad that when you get into here, basically everybody else just disappears. Did you imagine just like everywhere being just like completely full of players? That's gonna be crazy. Also be very chaotic just to try and look at for certain places and scenes.
Moon! Gods, it's been ages!
Oh, longer, sister.
Like the actual sister, or
Joyous reunion indeed.
sister from another mother kind of sister?
Well, of course it is. Moon and I are like twin sisters.
I'm sorry, what way? You're tall, she's also got silver hair. Yeah, again, I'm not seeing the resemblance.
Save in appearance and aptitude.
Damn. Oh! Who said that?
Everyone, if I could have your attention.
In other words, just very good friends.
We have with us an esteemed guest who has come from Sharlayan to assist us. I bid Moonbreeder join us here that she might share with us her extensive knowledge of aetherites. Also, as many of you are already aware, she has been overseeing our research into white auracite, a sample of which she has been good enough to bring with her.
Oh? I take it to counteract,
Well, I had to come, didn't I? You'd have to be bloody daft to turn your nose up at a chance like this. Where better to conduct my final tests than a land so steeped in ether you can taste it?
'Tis plain the passage of the years hath done little to dampen thy youthful spirits. And nothing at all to reform thy youthful manner.
Mm-hmm.
Urianger, where in the hells have you been hiding?
Apparently far, far away from you.
Unhand me.
Oh, God, people are touching me.
I come all this way, and that's what you have to say to me.
Again, MJ is very much a secluded type man.
I much preferred when you were pleading with me to drop everything and hurry to your side. What was it you said? None save thee can satisfy this need.
Crap.
Go on.
Oh, you don't say. Perhaps it'll pass
Thine
love
arduous
interest.
attempts to misrepresent mine all too innocent motives do thee little credit. Mine intent, as well thou knowest, was but to impress upon thee the gravity of the circumstance. Lest thou doubt, a deiform entity shall shortly be summoned, save if thou and no other grantest my compeers thine aid.
Essentially, introvert mean extrovert.
You still haven't found it then, your missing aetherite?
No.
We have not. No. We know that Iceheart teleported to an aetherite not far from the first. Yet even after careful analysis, we could not locate the second beacon. We now suspect that the heretics destroyed the second aetherite to impede our pursuit. Our allies continue to scour Snowcloak for Iceheart's sanctuary, but we have no guarantee that they will find it. Yet it must be found, for even now Iceheart prepares to call upon Saint Shiva.
I'm sorry, but if the aetherite's been destroyed, then that's that. Although, you're absolutely sure she used the first aetherite, are you? She didn't just use teleportation magics?
One of our own bore witness to her escape. I can say with absolute certainty that Iceheart used the aetherite.
In that case, there might be a way, so long as the ethereal current is still flowing.
Oh, we can still use it to get there then?
Truly? How?
I imagine it's not going to be a accurate teleportation. It'll probably just at least send us in the right direction into like an open space.
We use the current to recreate the beacon. As you know, aetherites are a bit like lighthouses. We use them to reconstitute our physical forms when crossing the ethereal sea. Without them, we'd lose all sense of direction and our essence would dissipate. However, we don't rely solely on these beacons. There are currents of ether which flow between them, currents which help guide us to our destination. Now, these currents will gradually dwindle away to nothing if an aetherite is destroyed. But if even a sluggish flow remains, we could theoretically use it to direct a surge of concentrated ether towards the void left by the beacon, and thereby fill it up again.
Interesting.
Like opening the floodgates to fill a dry riverbed. Though, correct me if I'm wrong, but would we not need a veritable reservoir of ether?
Maybe. Maybe not.
In concert, we might manage to channel a sufficient volume, yet that is not my chief concern. To direct the flow of so great a volume of ether with the requisite precision would be a nigh impossible task in itself.
Unless we got some sort of device?
I barely succeeded in facilitating travel to an unattuned beacon. That which you describe sounds considerably more difficult.
Possibly. You just look...
and
I'm
dangerous.
Yes.
Every person who has attempted to teleport in this fashion has died in the process. They, however, did not have wide aura sight at their disposal.
And that helps how?
I can use it to channel all the ether you can give me into the aetherite. However, white aura sight cannot retain ether for an extended period of time, so we would need to infuse it immediately beforehand.
Interesting. Fuse it and then immediately use it.
Just so you know, I'd confidently give this plan better than even odds of success. And if the worst comes to worst, your people won't suffer.
That's a
Don't
comforting
risk the
thought.
lives of our best and brightest. We have not the time to seek other options. If the ethereal current still flows, we shall carry out Moonbreeder's plan.
That's the spirit. Let's roll the dice.
Yeah, remind me never to take her to a freaking casino. Definitely strikes me as the one lady's like, oh, I just need one more, then I can get all the money back. Yeah, sure you can. Oh. Interesting. Bam. Excuse me. Because we're doing, because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more quests left for this one before we're into the last 24. Hoi. I've already informed Alphino of our plan to recreate the beacon in the manner Mubrida described. He agreed to that despite the inherent danger. It represents our only hope of success. He also said that he wished to meet with you at Snowcloak before proceeding. I expect you will find him waiting for you there when you arrive. I want you to know that I appreciate everything you have done on our behalf, Jin, and that I have faith that you will return to us, as you always have. Well, let's reckon I hope so. Fuck, don't got that one, not that one, thank you. Yep, that one, thank you. This one, I sit by you. Thankfully you can just interrupt that. Oh my god. Hey, then off and running back to frickin' Snowcloak again. Also, I don't even remember what the next warrior quest I have is either. I think it's at level what, 55? I want to say. Good to see you, Jin. I was starting to wonder if you were having second thoughts. No, just gonna take me a while to get here, sir. And Captain Ilbard sent his regards, by the way. He attends with the interrogation of Elaine Royale in Ulda, even as we speak. But I shall not distract you from the matter at hand. We can discuss the Ivy upon your return. I trust that, by which I mean to say, the others are waiting for us at the Aetheroid. After you, Zion. Huh. Seems kind of dark. I say, do we not always get to contribute? There, it's ready. Ooh. That looks promising. Did it work? Ha! It worked, I think. Try tuning to the Aetheroid now. Feel for the current and try to locate the beacon. Well, we've done all we can, Jin. For now, let's withdraw. When your final preparations are complete, you must seek out the beacon we have created. And if by the grace of the 12, you arrive safely, you must stop Iceheart before she summons Shiva. Again, I don't think we're going to be able to stop it. Very much like the last ones where we tried to stop them and didn't succeed. Because again, it just feels like they're setting up for both plot and dungeons. We cannot ignore the possibility that our actions have alerted Iceheart to our plans. Should that be the case, she may attempt to hasten the completion of the summoning ritual. And if she succeeds, you will have little choice but to face Shiva in battle. Again, it's definitely going to come to that. Knowing little of this saint, I cannot say if your strength will suffice, or your own strength will suffice. So I would encourage you to call upon your allies. In other words, it is dungeon time, sir. Some may have reservations about wagering their lives on the success of Mudrida's experiment, but others will surely agree that desperate times call for desperate measures. Before you assemble your party, please speak with that knight. I believe he has a message for you from Sir Amaric. Knight? That knight. Hello, sir. Sir, Sir Amaric regrets that he could not be here in person, and asks that you read that I read to you this letter. Damn. Ishgard faces an unprecedented threat, yet in our hour of need, it is not her knights who stand poised to defend her. Jin Salavam, the warrior of light, a savior of Yorza, your deeds this day shall not be forgotten. Where others would flee, you choose to remain. Where others would falter, you rise to the challenge. Where others would use their gifts for selfish ends, you wield yours in service to a greater cause. May Halane bless you with good fortune and see you safely home. Interesting. Okay. Snowcloak and then Akafa Amphitheater. Which I'm pretty... Yeah, that is the one we need. Hard, which means it is full party time, sir. What? Where is this other one? John, select that one. Go to this one. Now I can select that one. Yeah, that 100% looks like Shiva there. Interesting. So this should be only about 5 minutes, give or take. Supposedly. But yeah, apparently I can exchange that for some item back at Mordova. I just don't remember it off the top of my head right now, but it's supposed to be good stuff. So hopefully. Is there anything else I should be doing here? Can do? Let's watch this. As soon as I get here, again, I'm gonna... fuck. Yep, and I didn't even get to go there. It was just like, nope, everything's ready, sir. Mm-hmm. 100% we're gonna frickin' see Shiva here. Although I'm very curious what her design is gonna be.
You should never have come here, warrior of light. I labor only to forge a lasting peace.
Is that what you call it?
A peace you would deny us out of ignorance and blind faith. No matter. If it is our fate to be at odds, then it is mine to strike you down. We whom gods and men have forsaken shall be the instruments of our own deliverance. Partake of my flesh. Fill this vessel with your light. Walk amongst your brothers and sisters once more. Oh, Saint Shiva, still the hatred within our hearts and bless us with eternal grace.
Okay, so she's more like related from 16 than I thought. But she's now becoming Shiva. Or at least her body is. Oh. Goddamn. The hair is an interesting choice. A very interesting choice, yeah. A paladin with the other boy. Okay, that didn't work out. See me? Hey! Don't you fucking dare! Brother. Oh my god. I'm gonna fucking die here. Bro! Oh my god. So why didn't he evoke? The man doesn't know before freaking Shiva. What is this freaking music? Whap. Oh. Okay, now what's happening to her? Well, you're the only one left, so guess what? You get recommended. Not recommended. Recommendations, sir. Interesting. But yeah, probably everybody else had already done the raid at that point. Yeah, I don't imagine.
Blind, bloody fool.
As I say, I don't imagine she's in any shape to fight right now. That probably just took all of her, I guess, magic. If not some of her life force as well.
Of all people, should understand the suffering war begets. that no sacrifice is too great if it brings an end to the violence.
It depends on the sacrifice.
Mine is the righteous cause.
So
you fight in a
said.
war you do not understand. A pawn of liars and schemers. And they are no less ignorant than you, following the creed of their fathers without question, never thinking to ask why. Trapped in a delusion of their own creation, and blind to the truth.
What truth would that be?
Warrior of light, redemption is not beyond us. We who walk before may lead those who walk after. Seek the keeper of the lake. See with eyes unclouded.
Huh.
Do not squander Mother's gift.
Heidelin?
Hear, feel, think.
Huh. Same words. Wonder if that meant Iceheart also had the echo then. Interesting. Ah, which Ascian did we get to see this time?
And so the vessel withdraws, a predictable outcome. Nevertheless, La Habrea will be pleased. How unfortunate.
Also, his mask design here is a little bit different. Interesting. I take it that means we're gonna be meeting even more of the Vignacian boys, aka Organization 13 of frickin' Final Fantasy 14. By the 12, you're alive. I mean, of course you're alive. Why wouldn't you be? Iceheart did what? And you're certain about that, are you? Divanians are skilled with the glamours, after all. Look, if you say that's what you saw, I believe you. It's just, I've never heard of a primal being something like that before. Are you sure you're not injured? Head trauma has been known to cause hallucinations, you see. No? Fair enough. I was only asking. I mean, to be fair, we probably could have gotten a fucking concussion at any time here during my playthrough so far. Huh. If you ask me, there's not to be gained from mulling over the implications of your story in the freezing cold. Let's save it for the rising stones, eh? I'll get everyone to meet us there. Ah, but before that, you'd had best pay a visit to White Brim Front and speak with Alvino. He's probably worried sick about you. That or he's busy playing at politics with his guardians. Either way, I'm sure he'll be delighted to see you hale and healthy. Speaking of which, you don't have a headache or anything, do you? No? Blood vision? No reason. You're checking me for freaking concussion. What the hell? See you again soon. Again, you just think I freaking bumped my head with, oops, yes, I just hallucinated that. That's fantastic. Thank you. Thinking I bumped my freaking head. Rude, lady. I was not dropped on my head as a child, nor received any concussions. Damn. That's broke. But thank you for the concern. So, they are probably within here, are they not? I'm probably talking to Drillmont. So yes, I was pressing the wrong frickin' button this Ow. Again. The fastest way down, sire. Fuck off. You and your little minion. There he is, and none the worse for wear. Was there ever any doubt that the warrior of light would succeed? I think I speak for us all when I say that I should like nothing more than to hear the stirring tale of your victory, if you would be so kind. Then, we were too late to prevent the summoning, but not too late to prevent further loss of life, an outcome worthy of celebration, one for which we have Jin to thank. Yes, you were right, of course, Sir Amaric. We should be content with what we have accomplished. Even though we do kind of want more, but that's fine. I, for one, could not have wished for a better outcome. She was no longer a threat, and the heretics have been routed. Aye, there is the matter of Iceheart's escape, but she cannot run forever. Whether it take days, weeks, moons, or even years, my knights will find her. In the meantime, Lord Drillamont, is the caravan ready? The supplies that your men recovered have been prepared for transport, in accordance with your wishes. I will break, because all this was so we could get supplies to Revenant's Toll, since the first two got frickin' ambushed and taken by Iceheart and her gang. Rest assured that my knights will see them safely to Revenant's Toll. Of that I have no doubt. I take it these are the self-same supplies the heretics stole from the House Fontaine caravan? That's the crystals which comprise the bulk of the shipment, yes? Scarcely a fraction of that which was promised, but a meaningful contribution to your cause all the same. Oh, on a non-related note, Jin, might I trouble you to accompany me to Camp Dragonhead at your earliest convenience? Just not for my benefit. A certain lord was most distressed when he learned of your intent to risk life and limb to stop Iceheart. It took half a dozen knights to restrain him, I am told. Oh? I'll probably one of the, actually probably the guy that we helped out after he got blamed or labeled as a heretic. Men give vent to their anxieties in a myriad of ways. Pray do not think less of him, or the guy we usually deal with. More than likely. Well, what the okay. You're back to Camp Dragonhead then. You good old house font. Should be over this way. I'm gonna freaking sneeze. Goddamn. Want him? Thank you. What were you thinking, Jin? Wedging your very being on a dubious theory which might allow you to enter Iceheart's lair, knowing full well that she could have sufficient forewarning to complete her ritual to summon Shiva anywhere? And then, engaging the abomination in mortal combat? By the Fury, Jin, just the stuff of ballads, a battle for the ages. What that I had been there to fight by your side. Yet here I was forced to wait, condemned to wonder at the fate of a dear friend for a veritable eternity. I would not wish such torture on my most hated enemy. But you are here now, and that is what truly matters. Let us move on. Sir Emmerich wished to have words with you, and Master Alphino in private. He waits us in the intercessory. Back to that place again. What the frick? Ninja? Also a bit ironic, sir. Such a big man being a goddamn ninja. That rare. The irony, but also probably why they decided to go for that race anyways. Greetings, sir. Thank you, sir. Let me begin.
On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, allow me to express my deepest thanks. Never before have we been required to contend with a primal. Indeed, there were fears in some quarters that our knights might not be equal to the task. From what we have now learned of these beings, I can say with certainty that we would have lost a great many men had the Scions not intervened.
Then the argument for preemptive action should be self-evident. Perchance now you will reconsider my proposal that Ishgard move against Nautalon.
Ere we first met, a similar proposal was tabled, but the Holy See decreed that we were to observe, and that military action should be taken only in self-defense.
I'm assuming that has not changed quite yet.
All things considered, it was not an unreasonable decision. Since the calamity, 2 vigils have fallen to the Horde, while Garuda has never shown any inclination to storm the gates of judgment. Which is why this unprecedented crisis and its resolution may prompt a change in policy.
Yeah, because probably the thing that happened with Shiva, they're probably like, you know what, we probably can't stand by as idly as we want to, and be as neutral as we want to in this matter
You
anymore.
who have faced these primals know well the threat they pose. Ishgard did not. Not until now. And there is naught like a brush with death to change a man's outlook.
Yeah, one of those things. Yeah, that's far away from where we are. Oh, that's happening in our own territory now.
At the very least, this should silence any lingering objections to our arrangement with Revenant's Toll. The Holy See may even feel moved to grant us its formal endorsement.
So far as it is possible, the Scions shall be compensated for their service.
We should be grateful for any aid you can provide.
As a gesture of good faith, I shall withdraw my previous request. Your people are doubtless needed elsewhere.
That will not be necessary. We too have a vested interest in watching Dravania's movements.
I see. Once more, I must thank you.
Sir Emmerich, if I may, do you truly believe that Midgard Zoma could return?
Isn't
The
Midgard Zoma
heavens
the one
are a
that set
window
the
into
lake?
truth, but those who interpret their movements are not infallible. I requested your involvement as a precautionary measure.
But of course, you sought an excuse to compensate us from the first, mindful of what would happen if Revenant's Toll were taken by your enemies. Ishgard is not wont to aid its neighbors, but that does not preclude it from manipulating them to serve its own interests.
Choose your next words carefully.
Do you know what sort of man becomes Lord Commander of the Temple Knights? One who comes from good stock. I did not. Yet here I am. Now, why do you suppose that is?
Because you're conniving and cunning, sir?
Because I swiftly learned to tell the difference between words, deeds, and beliefs. You are correct, Master Leveilleur. Ishgard desires to see Revenant's Toll flourish, as it would present a troublesome obstacle to our enemies from the south.
We are so glad to be of use to you.
Get us a mere defense tool for them at this point.
As we are to you. Ours is a mutually beneficial arrangement, lest we forget, one born of necessity. The dragons grow more restless by the day, and the heretics harry us nigh without cease. We have contended with such troubles for centuries, but there are limits to even our endurance.
Yeah, and it's kind of the same for everybody else with just like the primals and the beast tribes.
Yet as a pauper is loath to part with his meager possessions, the leaders of Ishgard are not wont to render up their trust to outsiders.
Yeah, not after being isolated for how long?
But with perseverance on our part, they may yet be made to see the light. Nevertheless, one must take care when walking the road less traveled.
Wise words, Sir Emmerich. I shall make a point to remember them. I must apologize for my earlier outburst. I hope it will not sour our good relations.
Not at all. You but spoke from the heart. I trust you understand that at times my duties may prevent me from meeting with you. On such occasions, my second-in-command will speak for me.
Lucia, at your service.
Oh my god, finally we get a name. Cause you just think knight. Okay.
Pray excuse our reticence. We are but wary of speaking too freely, lest our sentiments be made known to our enemies.
Also, not gonna lie, her design was too good to have her not have a name.
Know that the Lord Commander and I are of one mind. For the sake of Ishgard, and of Eorzea at large, I pray our peoples can put aside their differences. Those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future.
Okay, why should
Should
you
aught
when she
befall
said
one
that?
of our shipments, pray inform Lucia immediately. You may also relay to her any words you might have for me alone. Not being of Ishgardian birth, she owes no allegiance to any noble house, making her as near to incorruptible as one can find in my homeland. Suffice it to say, I trust her completely, and so may you. Which reminds me, Lord Orchefort, if you would be so kind.
Certainly.
In times such as these, trust is ever in short supply. Mayhap this will go some way to rectify the problem.
What did he hand
The
over?
results of our investigation into the heretics' recent attacks, as well as our interrogation of the merchant you detained.
Yeah.
Sir
Reports.
Emmerich, I cannot thank you enough.
Think nothing of it. Ishgard may be many things, but it is no friend to Garlemald.
Did I not tell you to have faith, my friend?
To be fair, I don't think many are a friend to the freaking Empire. Not at this point in time. Okay, eyes on clouded, you say? So we have this one, and then 2 more after this, and then we're done with this little patch again. I'm hoping to get that finished out at least before midnight. It would seem we have much to discuss with our friends at the Rising Stones. If what you say is true, Iceheart's methods of summoning Shiva defies all precedent. It necessitates a complete reappraisal of the primal threat, and of our approach to combating it. Moreover, there are grave ramifications if word of this incident reaches Imperial ears. The Garlean Empire believes that primals are an insufferable menace, that their mere existence is a threat to this very star. As such, they deem any action taken against the beast tribes to be justified by default. Imagine then, if it became known that it was not only the beast tribes of Eorzea that could summon primals, but our civilized peoples as well. Any lingering objections to the Eorzean campaign would vanish overnight. Where before we had to contend with a single Imperial Legion, we could well find ourselves facing the combined might of all Garlemald. But I speak unadvisedly. Come, Jin, it is time that we continue this conversation in Verdona. High cities. Hey. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Interesting. Okay.
Words cannot well express how glad I am to see you return to us hale and whole.
And me for freaking voice acting.
Needless to say, I am most eager to hear your account of that which occurred in Kurthis, assuming you're ready to speak of it.
Of course.
Excellent. I shall summon the others at once. Iceheart used her own body as a vessel for a primal soul?
Master Louisoir's writings make no mention of such a possibility. Can we be certain this entity was a primal?
I mean, there's also the possibility that she could have used somebody else's body as a vessel as well.
As certain as we can be that good King Mogulmog XII was a primal, I should think. Both were ostensibly summoned.
Let's not quibble over definitions. Of more concern is the implication that Iceheart retained her will, even after she was possessed. We are talking about a mortal, wielding the power of a primal.
I mean, that's kind of what they did in Final Fantasy XVI.
It can't possibly be that easy, can it? There must be some sort of sacrifice required. Or maybe she's just special?
What qualities this woman possesseth, I know not, but full sure am I that she was groomed for this role. Few are privy to the secrets of summoning, and but a single party standeth to profit from their dissemination.
Yeah, the Asians.
Well, I wouldn't presume to comment on how the lass came to know about summoning, but I will say that what she summoned was a primal. The readings were the same, or near as damn it. Strange as it all sounds, it's really no different from what you've faced before.
Then mayhap it is time that we re-examined our previous encounters.
Pack your things, Ida. We're going back to Gridania.
Yes, sir.
About Iceheart's final words to you. Hear, feel, think.
Again, words we've heard before. A few
Eidolon
times.
speaks to her as well. If Iceheart is blessed with the power of the Echo, she will doubtless have used it to further her goals. Or could it be that it was a revelation granted her by the Echo which first set her on this path? She did say that the Ishgardians were blind to the truth. Do you think she has knowledge of the origins of the Ishgardian-Dravanian War? It would do much to explain her unwavering conviction.
Did not the Lady Iceheart implore thee to seek the Keeper of the Lake? And did she not imply that in so doing thou wouldst come to see with eyes unclouded?
I mean, there is the
Midgard Zoma was
possibility.
a king amongst kings who reigned for centuries on end. But he is dead and his wisdom lost to the ages. Unless the Ishgardians' fears are well founded. It would seem we have yet another reason to stand watch over the Keeper of the Lake. For a mercy, we are well positioned to do so. Iceheart, Shiva, Asians, and Midgard Zoma. I shudder to think how they're all connected.
So yeah, it is the one that I was thinking of then. The big little freaking husk of a... what it's left of him anyways. Wrapped around the freaking ship. Ooh, but another weapon! Oh, this one's a little bit better than the last one. I mean to scour the annals for knowledge of Midgard Zoma. Given his great age, I dare say he appears in more than a few... Did you hear that? The commotion outside. Would you see if aught is amiss? Great. Now what? Also, no, I did not even hear anything. Alphano? I mean, I'm going by the freaking title. Jin, it is well that you're on hand. We have a problem. Riola's escaped. Yeah, no doubt that she got aided by the freaking friends of hers. It happened shortly after the Immortal Flames took her into custody. She had been placed in a dungeon cell ahead of her coming trial, but apparently the accommodation was not to her liking. The turnkey was found slain along with 2 guards. It is plain she received inside help. Citizens report seeing Rael quitting the city via the Gate of Nald with a bloodied spear in her hand. She makes for Castrum Meridian. I am certain of it. With her fate and yours as good as sealed, but of course has she but to flee to her imperial masters. Even as we speak, Captain Ilbert and the First are hot on Riel's trails. Pray make haste to camp Blue Frog and join the hunt. Oh boy. Yeah, but it's probably just somebody from the monitors that can help her out. If I had an emperor, I guess. If not by the what's his face, that little feldman, or actually either the little feldman. But thanks for coming, Zion. I have spoken with the soldiers here. They say that Mariella walked through the camp not a bell ago. Aye, she walked right through. You did not mishear. We have Raban's decision to keep the matter secret to thank for that. Bad for morale, he said. As a result, not a single flame of the garrison made any attempt to detain her. And so here we are. Royale must not be allowed to reach the Castrum Meridian. Yeah, well, off her running then. So I knew that we were just going back to here again. Kind of surprising, honestly. Still over here? Oh. Ooh, yeah, sure, that's fine. It's at level 50. I'm what, 53? This wretch was with Riel. He threw himself at us that his mistress might escape. She didn't blink when we cut him down, not even when he started screaming. No loyalty even to her own. The goddamn harpy? With me, Scion, we almost have her. I mean, to be fair, she knew he was sacrificing himself, so why would she blink? If she knew that she had to escape. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, bam. But I am freaking hearing any of that. Hell are these bananas? Anderson? Why is he always something weird over there, huh? powerful enemies readying a special attack during what? Their impact will begin glowing? Okay. Why is he telling me this? Uh-huh. Wait, I think he... What? Fuck off. I did not fall, he fell. So how is that my fault? Like, what the fuck? Get out! Why in the... Bro. How many of them are there? That many, that's how. What? Did all my just HP just like disappear or something? Like, bro. Because why don't we get like to a certain point and then I just die? Like, I don't know if I'm even the one dying out of all this. I've been hit with that many things. Huh? Scheiße! No! Give me you! Thank you! Alexa, fuck off. God. God, bro. It's not me dying. Fuck off. How the fuck does he keep dying? Bro. That is ridiculous. Holy fuck, man. Oh my god, it's already after freaking midnight already. God damn it all, sir. Oh my god, like, bro, why? Oh man, okay, fine. Unfortunately, we have to leave it here for now. Because I have to take off freaking work tomorrow and the next day, Oh my god, bro, again, I thought I was the one dying. No, it's just his ass keeps freaking dying every time. Like, she, like, runs out of, like, health. I'm like, am I supposed to be, like, taking care of, like, all of, like, the minions and everything before he dies? Is that what's happening here? Is that why I keep freaking failing? Interesting. 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 We'll have to figure this out tomorrow, but everybody's like, oh, you just go for the squishy one first. Again, it doesn't help with the other lads can't fucking stay alive worth a damn. But no, hope the guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, evening, whatever it may be. And I should be back again tomorrow. Is there anybody on right now that I want to raid? I don't remember what her name is. She's probably not even on it now. No. Okay, well then I shall see you guys tomorrow. Bye guys, thanks for watching. I'll also try to figure out retainer stuff in the meantime. See ya.